That makes absolutely no sense.
It makes perfect sense.
You make no sense.
I love sense.
Sense. Okay, recording.
Sensible feelings.
So, do we do the whole Achievemates?
As you
not into
as
this.
you can tell, we are
I'm
pretty damn tired. It's 2 a.m. We just got out of Details All.
Also known as TMI. With
I'll
D.
do, yeah.
It's Queen D.
Queen D.
Excuse me.
God, it's been basically. We would love to share with you what we can, but as always, we cannot. You must attend to hear, and you can only attend if you're 18 and older, which tells you that it's very, very hilarious. So,
without further ado, I'm Alex,
I'm Jody.
I'm Dylan.
and we
Our
are
Achievemates at Mechacon.
we're recording at Mechacon right now.
Yeah.
Like they said, it's 2:00 in the morning, and
2 o'clock. We just finished Saturday of Mechacon. Sunday, it's tomorrow. Well,
No,
later
it's
today. Later today. Last day of Mechacon. So, slowly going to be packing up, buying the last of our useless,
Selling the rest of our
super useful crap that we really, really need and want, that we don't actually need, but we really, really want.
it's true.
So,
Tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
exactly. So I guess this is the Mechacon recap.
Yeah. So we'll keep it strictly. We'll try to keep it short because I know we're all exhausted. But
Oh, I could go on for hours.
oh,
Actually,
don't
Yeah,
you
me too.
dare! I'm so
I
tired.
have a new fedora.
I bought a Colt.
Yep.
Not an
I
actual
have a
Colt.
key. I have a Keyblade now.
Yeah, but you didn't get that at Mechacon.
I don't care.
Okay.
It's a Keyblade that has a sword.
It's
in
a
the
key. It's a Keyblade that's at Mechacon.
It's a Keyblade that unlocks death.
It actually unlocks death twice because it has a hidden sword within it.
I don't really care about the sword. It's the main fact that it's a Keyblade. Well, anyway,
Okay, so instead of saying stuff that we bought, let's each go over something over the weekend that we really enjoyed and something that we didn't enjoy.
okay. Who's first?
I'll let you go
Not
first,
it.
Dylan.
I already said not it,
But I'm running the show.
but I don't want to.
Too bad.
Jody first. Y'all were here
I
first.
don't
Y'all were
know.
the first two here, so
Like,
literally the last to arrive.
I really enjoyed. There was a Teen Titans live read.
Mhm.
And basically, what they did is they
Was it all the voices? Did they get all of the Teen Titans?
it
here?
was all the Teen Titans.
Oh my god.
Was
Was it from Go or was it from like original or was it both?
dude, I don't know. Like, because it's the same. Like it's Beast Boy, Starfire, Cyborg, Raven, and Robin.
Yeah, and I think the voice actors are the same from
They
both
are the
series.
same.
So there you go.
Yeah. But what
Fair
they
enough.
did is they basically like whoever wants to do the live read line up. And everybody lined up and there was some other lady there. I guess she was like a producer or something, but she gave the mic to whoever was in front of the line and said do a loud roar, a screech, and like groggly or something.
Wait. Okay. So I think I just got very confused about what I thought a live read was like.
That's what I'm getting to.
Well,
Like if you let me finish,
no. Okay, what is a live read?
it's
'Cause I have
basically
no idea what it
it's
is.
Basically, they have a script, and everybody reads from it.
All the voice actors.
Right. Well, even there was supposed to be a special guest, like somebody.
Okay,
from the
I
audience.
thought so. So the lineup was the voice actors, or was it the?
It was the voice actors, also including people from the.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm
I'll start
confused.
all over. On the panel, there was the table all the way in the front on the stage.
Okay.
Sitting at the table was the voice actors of Teen Titans. And there was also a producer lady with them that was running the whole thing.
Okay, I'm following you so far.
So she said, whoever wants to be the guest, live, like guest script readers, line up.
Oh, so it was almost like a competition.
No,
It's not a
just
competition,
Let
it's-
me.
Okay.
talk.
Sorry, I'm just.
So she went through everybody and told them to do a roar, a screech, and then some other bullshit. And when they went through everybody stayed up front and they lined up. And she let the Titans choose 2 people to go up front and be the
Okay.
guest.
Okay,
So it was like an audition.
that's awesome.
So they got to read the script with the Teen Titans.
Ah, that's really cool.
Like it was really cool, but the only thing I didn't really care for was the guests didn't have any actual lines.
Oh,
They
okay.
just made sounds like monster sounds.
That sucks.
But it was still actually pretty cool.
Did you go up?
Excuse me. Me and Gary got there late, so and like me and him both. Like
sucks.
by the time we realized what was going on, she was like, "Oh, nobody get in the back of the line. Like this line's long enough."
That sucks. That really sucks. But I mean, I don't know. Was it good? Was it an episode that?
Yeah, it was actually. Gary says it was a Teen Titans Go episode, but I think it was a Teen Titans episode.
Okay. What episode do you think it was? If you could, you can't specifically.
It was like something about they're in space and like ship crashes and something or another and
Wait, would that be the episode where they fight that giant like white monster thing?
no,
Whatever.
because it was supposed to be like just some monster and then some slug monster, some bullshit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the exact thing that I'm thinking of.
It might have. It was pretty interesting. It was like really cool to see because it wasn't just like oh they're reading a script. It was kind of like seeing their not really their process, but like seeing how they get into character and
Yeah,
'cause-
especially for a person that like you who wants to do that.
and it was really interesting to see like say Robin when he was making his fucking like martial arts sounds, he was actually like fucking
Doing like hands, yeah. Well, that was did you go to you and me went to the thing with the lady who was a voice actor,
Mhm.
and she said like that's something that apparently happens quite often, which I
What's-
as a very animated person, whenever I talk, no matter what, I definitely can understand that. Like that is just something that happens. So,
yeah, apparently the whole like people flailing around like didn't really start from what I understand until like well especially for voiceover work didn't really start until like the early 90s late 80s
really?
and one of the like I'm not gonna say he was the first but one of the first people to do it was Mark Hamill when he did the Joker and because like I've seen a few things and everybody's like talking about what happened and stuff and they're like yeah normally you just sit down and you read your lines and then you get up and you go away but Mark Hamill like stood up and was throwing his arms and acting all crazy. I'm just like, dude, he's so awesome. But yeah, that's the thing I enjoyed the most.
I could definitely understand, and that seems like it would be a very exciting thing because I like to believe that like all of us in the Achievemates have like some part of us, like obviously you and Gary, a little more than me and Alex, but like some part of us wants or would love to be a voice actor. Like it would be great. I would if that would become my career. I wouldn't say I would be very proud of myself, but I still would be more disappointed because I more want to be in the prop type of industry. But voice acting would definitely be a fantastic thing to do.
To be honest, the only reason I want to be a voice actor is to get paid to go to cons. And if I was
Dude.
a voice actor, I would cosplay as my own characters.
Okay.
And
I've been
I would
saying
try
this.
and be the like coolest fucking person ever.
I have said this every year. If I created or voiced a specific character, I would embody that character at every convention. And if anybody would tell me it's like, "Oh, you're not being your character enough," I would say, "Fuck you. I made this. I could be whatever I want. You could eat a dick." Probably wouldn't be that mean, honestly,
It's
because I
like-
can't be mean to people.
It's
But like,
oh really? Yeah, okay, yeah. Wait till the next episode comes out, bitch. You'll see. Yeah.
so wait, just wait. I will change it because of you. Your favorite character is now gonna die. But basically, very, very spiteful person.
So what was your favorite thing, Dylan?
I'm trying to think. I always enjoy the dealer's room, but that's my guilty pleasure. Spending my own not
who
very
doesn't
hard
enjoy
on
the dealer's
money.
room?
This is true. Dealer's room is always
That's
a fun
kind of
place
a
to play.
given.
The Artist Alley a, I want to say it was a lot better this year. They have a lot of good artists, and not that it wasn't like good every other year. It's just like they had a lot more stuff that I was personally interested in. There's a lot of prints that I'm probably gonna be picking up tomorrow. Um, Cosplay competition was solid. I personally enjoyed the steampunk talks because I am a huge supporter of a steampunk community in every major city because it is fantastic and it's wonderful to build stuff yourself and actually craft things because that is what I do and that's what I love. But I don't know, honestly, like my favorite part of every con seems to be just walking around the con and just seeing like all the like honestly I come to see cosplay. Cosplay competition was pretty awesome this year. I really enjoyed it. Apparently you guys met the thief cosplay. And I unfortunately showed up late. I showed up late on the first day because I was coming off of vacation with my family and they met a guy who I think y'all know his name. I don't know if y'all want to drop his name at all or
No, I don't know his real name, but I know him and Gary exchanged like fucking YouTube channels or some bullshit.
fantastic. But you might be able to see him in one of our later films.
They swap tweets.
Tweets the deets. But anyway, it was very refreshing hearing that from you guys saying that he made 100% of his cosplay. And whenever I saw it, like after you guys told me that before I went to see the cosplay competition, and after it, when you pointed out to me that that was the guy, I was like, that looks store bought. That is really well made. I really want to get together with that guy and maybe have like, I instantly thought like I want to make a prop for him because that would be fantastic.
Something you didn't get to see was he made the claw.
Oh God,
Like it actually like
It opened up and
it
everything.
opened
that
up, but
is
it was like
awesome.
it's not like he pushed a button and it
Well, yeah, not everybody
But-
like
it actually like the spikes actually opened up and he had like a string attached to it and everything.
that's fantastic.
But back to what you had said about his cosplay, you saying that it almost looks store bought, I almost feel like that's an insult.
Well, okay, I don't mean store bought as in like mass produced and shoddy. Whenever I say store bought, I mean
Like commissioned.
commission because
Professionally
like
built.
Yeah.
exactly. Whenever I say store bought, I'm not talking about like you went to Walmart and there
You
was
went to-
it was a costume. Whenever I say store bought, I mean like this was made by a professional that knows what he's doing. Because personally, I don't like to buy things like this thing that I have.
But you did.
But no, like what I'm saying is I don't like to buy things that are mass produced. I like it whenever it's a person who has practiced this art for many years, perfected it, and is really good at what he does, makes something. Like something that will stand the test of time, something that looks really good, fits really well. You don't like there's not like and I'm not downing like people. I love it when people make their own cosplays because it's fantastic. You're supposed to like building stuff is so much fun. And even if like you're not the best person in the world at it, I can still respect you because you made it. Like you did it yourself. You should be proud of what you did.
Right.
You should be proud of what you've brought to the table. And it's no matter what, it's going to be a great thing like D said. We're all nerds at a nerd competition, well, convention, dressing up like cartoon characters. You should be proud of what you did. Even the people that buy their costumes that just they might not have the skill to do it and they just want to dress up as their favorite characters. I can still
Or
respect
they're
that.
lazy.
What?
Or they're lazy.
Or they're lazy.
Because personally, I've looked into buying them before making them, but I'm so like, I don't like the way that looks. I don't like.
And see the thing is,
it
I could
makes me want to make them instead.
fair enough. I could still respect that because like there are some people that just they don't have the skills that other people's do to make a cosplay. So like they just want to be their character and that's awesome. That's wonderful. I completely support that. But like the fact that this guy did such a good job at recreating this character, and not only recreating it but also staying in character while dressed up, it was fantastic. It was good.
It was.
Cosplay competition is usually my favorite part, closely followed by the steampunk guys that walk around with a bunch of things that light up.
I almost wish we could just sit there and see all the people walk out instead of doing their
The catwalk.
the fucking catwalk. I wish we could just see them like a lineup, leave, and then get the results.
I don't know.
It's almost like watching a crime drama. Like I want to see the dead body, come back and know the results.
See, I'm kind of different. I kind of like the whole showmanship part of it.
I hate it.
Really?
Because I'm not gonna tell you exactly why on the podcast, but I just
well, we can talk about it later.
yeah. But I feel like
I think the reason why
it's a great show, but it's like when the show is 3 hours long and you're sitting there for 3 hours, I lose interest in it.
I can understand that. I guess it's just because like I'm so eager to see the things that people make.
See, and like if there was like a literal halftime show,
That would actually be very nice.
Hey, you need to get up, go to the bathroom, whatever, go now.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. Because like I hate sitting there for 3 hours.
yeah. It was also kind of because like it almost felt longer because there was more amateur.
No, it felt longer because douchebag was like, if there's any empty seats, you gotta scoot down.
Yeah, they definitely need to work on the whole seating arrangements. Like every year, it's seating starts at 2:30, show starts at 3.
No.
That's what's schedule.
Schedule.
Seating starts at 2:30, show starts at 3. Actuality, seating starts at 2:45, show starts at 3:30, and it sucks because it's not on schedule and it just kind of everything's gets drawn out. We actually left before the
Results.
the results. We saw the results for the kid. Kid Link killed it. He was awesome. But I still think that we need to get Gary's son to dress up like a Metabot because fuck yeah, Metabots. But anyway, yeah. Cosplay competition, probably my favorite part.
What about Alex?
Alex, Mr. Yanni, Yehoiminoi over there.
Mr. Paw Paw.
And if you guys didn't talk to us, the lovely Doodle Bob that was brought to you at this con was brought to you by one of the heads of the Achievemates is Alexander Jagel.
As far as we're concerned, he is the head.
He is
one of them.
I mean,
fuck that.
He's like, I know.
honestly, that was like
The guy who owns all the equipment was Doodle Bob.
I'm not even gonna lie. I think being Doodle Bob was my favorite part of the con.
I knew he was, didn't I tell you he was having a blast?
Alex,
I had a
Alex,
shit ton of fun.
I have to
doing
admit to you something.
What?
You are a person who loves attention.
No,
it's not a bad. It's a fantastic thing because you have wonderful showmanship when you do it. Like you stopped for every single person that even said doodle, and you entertain them because you are a fantastic person.
I think I like attention whenever I can separate it from my real life. Like I like that not everybody knows that I am Doodle Bob.
I completely agree. If I could wear a mask to if I cosplay at a con, I wear a mask because if I wear a mask, I could completely become that character.
I feel like Doodle Bob is like Alex's superhero. Like
That's my super alter ego.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Because he's like the way he said that, he was like, yeah, I like attention whenever I can separate it from my real life.
Well, I mean that's what cosplay is.
But
it's
a lot
kind of
For
a
some
way to
people.
Yeah.
For some
for
people.
me it would be.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of people, they actually, like, people don't hide their identity during their cosplay, specifically whenever the cosplay calls for not hiding your identity.
Fair enough.
But for me, in that cosplay is a little bit different because I was able to, like, separate, like, hide my identity completely.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for like the few people who already knew I was cosplaying. Is that
yeah.
like the only time I tried to take off my hood when I needed to breathe or when I needed to drink water. But I'm not gonna like. I'm really glad I cosplayed again this year because I remember last year I specifically said that I'm going to cosplay next year, and if I don't cosplay, I'm probably not going to go.
Really?
Yes, because
That's real.
every single year before last year that I came, I cosplayed, and I really had a lot of fun cosplaying. Even if it was like cosplays where I didn't get a lot of attention, just the act of
Being in character.
exactly, or the act of just being able to fit into a subculture more. Because you have to admit, one of the reasons that we got a lot of odd stares is because even though we are participating in a subculture, we are standing out from the subculture.
This is true.
We are not fitting in as much as we could with all the other nerds.
Dude, that just blew my mind.
Yeah.
So, whenever you can fit in more, they're more likely to accept you and be open, and so that allows you to actually get to know people more. So, I think that's why I had a lot of fun, especially whenever Gary came down and he came and started goofing off with me.
Yes.
We had
You guys played off of each other so well.
and you missed a lot of it. Y'all,
Well,
y'all
he
missed
was telling
of
me
it.
a lot. Like the original story was Gary was dressed up with a bowler hat, a blazer, a button-up shirt, tie, like looked really nice, steampunk esque.
He kind of looked like a Mormon.
Yes. He was carrying his new sketchbook that
It's
that
it's
he
a
bought.
leather book.
I still think Gary looked like a dude from the West, but I mean,
Okay.
it's just me.
Will Smith from the end of Wild Wild West with a bowler hat.
Yes.
I could dig that.
There
I
you
could
go.
dig that.
Well, anyway, the his whole story that he was trying to follow and capture Doodle Bob in his notebook.
Yep.
Was hilarious. And then he went to his Southern preacher voice.
Yeah, he turned into his Southern preacher for Lord Kachuchu.
Oh God, it was so funny. Okay, so I have a question.
Okay.
Do you think liking cosplay as much as you do, and Jody, I know you enjoy this as well, do you think that it's better? Would you rather cosplay as a character that you love or cosplay a very popular character?
I think sometimes you have to find a balance of both.
Because there's obscure characters from manga and anime that I would love to do that nobody would catch a reference to because it's old.
I think it depends on what kind of reaction you're looking for.
Yeah.
I understand
if,
that.
If you're looking to get attention, popular character. But me personally, I would rather dress up as a character I like.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing that like whenever I think about a cosplay, like I usually think to do a bigger character because like okay, this year I wanted to do a Leorio from Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter, Hunter.
The thing about Hunter x Hunter is it was a pretty, I want to say a fairly popular series back in the day whenever it first came out. And it's recently been re-released. I don't think it's been dubbed yet. English dub.
It's
Oh,
probably not going to get an English dub because the original didn't get an English dub.
Well, there you go.
It stayed.
It's not.
subbed.
It's not dubbed. It's a good. It's like 180 episodes ish in.
as of now, and it's still ongoing.
So and it's a fantastic anime. I recommend it to anybody to watch it. But my favorite character is. I just realized kind of looks like Phoenix Wright. And the thing is, like, whenever I was on my way to Mechacon with my family, I was thinking like, oh well, I could stop at pretty much any thrift shop, find a blue suit and a briefcase, and I could pull this off. I have a knife that I could use for it. All I need is the briefcase and like circle glasses, and it would be perfect. But nobody would get who it is.
Oh no!
And that's the problem, is the fact that like it's a character that I love, and it's not the fact that like I really want attention, but it's the thing where like I just want people to kind of get it and to be able to share in like how much I enjoy this thing.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Jody, but I think the problem with that cosplay specifically is that he isn't a very it's not that Hunter x Hunter is an obscure anime. It's that Leo Rio, even though he's a main character, is a very generic looking character.
That's what I'm saying. I'm using him as a reference because he is very generic, but like also he could be thrown into because he's very generic. He also fits into the persona of like very obscure characters because you don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Like you can't tell who they are. Like you can tell Naruto, orange fucking jumpsuit. You can tell Naruto. You can tell Sasuke. You could tell all these big name characters. Nobody can tell like the small characters. Like nobody's gonna remember the first guy that Gene Starwin kills in Outlaw Star. They're gonna remember Gene Starwin because I mean it's Gene Starwin. But even then, like I don't think like people would get that reference if you come as Gene Starwin to Mechacon at least, because it is like there's an older crowd here. It's a very prominent older crowd, but there's still like a very dominant younger crowd that I don't think has experienced the older animes like we have. And he's here.
Well, go up.
So Gary showed up just in time. I don't think Alex. We were going over your favorite part.
Yep.
And it was being Doodle Bob. I'm sorry I cut you off.
That's okay.
Is that like?
Honestly, like I said, I think the act of by the way, Gary finally joined us.
Say hi, Gary. Would you like to be next in our little?
We're talking about our favorite moments of Mechacon.
Yeah, we're not gonna make it very long.
And speaking of, this is Gary's first Mechacon, so
First ever Mechacon. He got a gold pass
for free
from our good friend John, and he seems to be liking it. He was Alex's partner in crime as Doodle Bob.
He's gonna keep on doing that.
He unfortunately missed D's show and details are
It's TMI with
Is it?
Queen D.
okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Was it in Tells
Queen.
All last year?
Queen D.
Okay, I don't read things.
Obviously.
But unfortunately, Gary missed that, which is in my opinion one of the funniest parts of Mechacon. If you are 18 years of age and you can make it.
And he
But
actually had new stories this year.
He had oh my god, the new stories are fantastic.
I mean, I got to experience it. Like I'm not it, but I got to experience it a little bit last night.
Yeah, you definitely. Oh,
It was pretty funny. Like,
D is actually. I feel like D could be a comedian if he wasn't.
I feel like D should be a comedian.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But
So anyway, I think. You okay?
Yeah, I'm basically answering all your questions right now.
So what was your favorite part, Gary?
What was your favorite? So
yeah, as your first Mechacon.
I would have to say honestly my favorite part was probably doing this script reading with the cast of Teen Titans Go.
So
Jody said the same thing.
Yeah,
the
no,
same
dude.
exact
I mean,
thing.
like me and Jody went and we got to. I mean, okay, I'm just gonna say it. Fuck it. I got to physically see Tara Strong and.
Every time she did the Raven's voice, Gary was just like,
I tensed up and it was just, God. It was literally everything I dreamed of. It was everything I like. And then when she stood up, it was just like, I'm done. We can go now. Honestly, we can go now. I'm just sweet Jesus. Like I'm gonna marry that woman. I swear to God, I'm gonna marry that woman. Let me take a selfie. But then honestly, like my second favorite part was literally like walking around the convention and being Reverend Lovegood and Doodle Bob with Alex. That was probably the best.
That I said the same thing because
my God.
I was saying that being the act of physically just cosplaying is a ton of fun.
It was like I remember when we first talked about doing the cosplay, and like Alex was like, honestly, we probably shouldn't cosplay because it takes out the fun, and then like we all ended up cosplaying. It was the best. Like literally, I think honestly, I think Alex is probably one of the most popular cosplays on Instagram right now. It's
Like,
freaking fantastic.
If you
Search-
Instagram,
Yeah, if you search Mechacon 2014,
Or Mechacon X or Mechacon, I appear at least 6 times.
yeah, it's like a bunch. And my favorite picture is with you and Barnacle Boy and
Mermaid Man?
Mermaid Man.
Yes.
Oh my god!
I like
It
how
was
Alex
so
knows
perfect.
exactly how many times he shows up.
I mean, he checks it every like 5 minutes, right?
Of course.
So okay, now that we've talked about our favorite parts of the con, we have to talk about our least favorite parts. What's the thing that annoys you?
Okay,
We can't. Okay,
Okay, never mind. I got it.
no bashing.
no bashing, because that's not what we're about. We're all nerds here. We're all here for the same reason. But what are some things that maybe kind of annoyed you? Some things that, if there was a comment box, and it was anonymous, what would you put in that comment box?
And please tell us your name and your address so we can know exactly who it was.
Okay, mine was definitely the Ian Strife show. Like,
What?
It was a
I was
disappointment.
looking so
Whoa.
forward.
Yeah,
hold on.
I
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to seeing their show, like, since they announced they were gonna be here, and like, because last year Oshine came here and it was a great fucking show. I even like started a mosh pit and shit, and it was awesome.
Didn't you start at the last Ian Strife show again?
No,
You didn't start a mosh pit at the last one?
no,
I could have sworn you did. I'm sorry.
because security dude was like, no.
And the thing is, we can't bash on security because that's their job. Like
Yeah, and-
it's the thing is, it's not the rules.
Keep us sane.
It's not the rules set by the security that we can't do all these things. It's
the
because
hotel.
it's in the Hilton, and they're like, and for good reasons. They don't want people thrashing around, and they could break something. They could be sued. It's
somebody could get hurt.
exactly.
And see, like, I guess that's why I didn't enjoy it. Was because, like, I got there and I was just like, well, okay, we're just gonna stand around. We're not gonna, okay, yeah. So we're just gonna stand here.
Yeah,
Whoa.
we stood the entire time.
Yeah. And then
We
like,
didn't even we literally didn't. I moved when I dropped a coin to look for the coin.
Bullshit.
Like I
And then-
dropped a $1 coin, and I'm like, okay, I can't be losing $1. Then I gave up.
and like it sucks that like they get these like rock bands to come here and
That are quite entertaining.
they're actually really
good shows.
really good, but it's just like you can't really enjoy it because you're like just standing there.
Yeah,
And like the whole time I'm at the Ian Strife show, I'm like, who can I go up and push? I want to start some shit.
I just want to start a mosh pit. Just let me mosh for like 10 minutes, and then I'll be
Yeah.
good.
And I think that's the only thing is like, because we've been to a lot of live shows.
This is true.
I think a lot of people who come to Mechacon aren't live show kind of people.
Right. And,
I feel
and
like
that's like it kind of sucks because they get, like I said, they get these bands that are really awesome, but a lot of these bands only play at cons, and I really want to see them outside of a con.
I feel like if we would take the entire group of Mechacon and just bring them to like one, like a Warp Tour or something like that, we would have a much better showing next year.
I'm pretty sure if we would see.
You don't have to be so close. I turned it up.
Oh, for what?
You're sleeping on the floor.
Turn down for
Fine.
what?
I feel like if we would have seen anybody like anybody that's at this con anywhere else, it would be Hot Topic, because like it's I'm not even gonna say it, but like fuck, wait, what was the subject? What
Okay, what was you already talked about your favorite thing about the con.
Yes.
Saucy McSaucer.
God.
And then what is like your least favorite thing?
Hold on. For the record, I brought the alcohol back. I left
Not very
notes.
much,
I was trying to be
1/20th of the
I was
alcohol back.
I was trying to be generous and leave notes. But
I enjoyed
Oh,
the
I'm
notes.
just
I'm your pop filter.
okay, Alex is my pop filter right now.
Well, okay, but back to the what is something that you didn't enjoy?
One of the things about not only cons but like fandom stuff in general, like and this also like kind of touches on the subject of and I really hate to be this guy, but I'm gonna pull my hipster card out. Is one thing. This is one of the things about working at Hot Topic is like literally. I've been saying this all weekend. Literally, being at Mechacon is like being at a gigantic Hot Topic because it's like you see a bunch of really nerdy kids and like really like supporting their fandom, which is not. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking supporting your fandom. So, and like, this is one of the things that me and Jody learned about, or I mean, Jody was there, but I mean, one of the things that I learned about going to the anime and animation industry panel was as like, I mean, if you don't support honestly financially support your fandom, you know, they're gonna bomb, you know, they're gonna bomb, and then you're gonna be all butthurt and like, why did my fandom fall? Oh, because
I say that about Firefly every day.
and the funny thing is at the panel, they literally specifically touched on Firefly. Because of that.
Exact, because Firefly had a good following. It's just
Firefly had a huge
They
following.
did everything wrong.
Yeah, and then one of the things that they were talking about was like merchandising and stuff like that. But
Dude, they could have sold that ship and I would have bought it for $300.
But the thing is like no matter like when it comes to like anime and like video game fandoms and stuff like that, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what fandom you're a part of. It doesn't matter how old you are. You're still gonna be really, 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 really immature. To the which is okay, but when it comes to the point to where like you're at a convention, like and it's not a convention, like it's not a private convention where we're like at, you know, Joe Blow's movie, dude. You know,
I thought you were gonna say Joe Blow's meat check.
I was gonna say something like that, but you're not at a private. You're not at somebody's house where you can run around and fucking like, you know, kendo fight in the middle of the hallway. Like you're at a really super swanky dank hotel, and yeah, okay, you're excited. You just bought some kendo sticks, and you know you think you are like, you know, Kenshin, and you want to like fight in the middle of the hallways. You got to realize like 100 and something people are at this convention. I literally do not know what just happened, but it like
Did you see that?
No,
what?
I'm like sitting here doing this, trying to do this,
You
and I'm like,
front face camera?
and I'm like, why the fuck is it? Where's Doodle Bob?
Oh my god.
So, okay, I'm sorry.
No.
Real quick. Jody just learned how to Instagram.
Yeah, he literally just made his Instagram about like
No, he
3
learned how to
hours.
Instagram, and he just learned how to not Instagram as well.
Yeah.
Okay, but back to
He
what
anti-Instagram.
what Gary was saying.
But like one of the things, I mean, like there's more like kids from like 18 to not even 18, like 0 to because I literally saw some babies here, 0 to I'm just gonna say 25 because like I'm the oldest one here.
Oh, but there's people over here.
I know,
are
I know
into
that, but I don't.
50s.
I don't know specifically their age, so I'm just gonna say 25 because I'm the oldest one out of all of us. That, you know, we're all immature. We're literally, literally, we are all immature. We are really immature, but I mean, to the point to where like some of the kids don't really know how to act in public. Like you're at a really, you know, swanky dank hotel. You just bought some kendo sticks probably like, you know, a couple of hours ago, and then you want to like kendo, like, you know, have a kendo session, like a sparring match in a hotel lobby. You know, like you should know, number one. And I'll admit I'm kind of a stickler about rules, not because I'm like a goody two shoes, because we all know I'm not a goody two shoes, but I don't like being stopped by like security and stuff like that and be like, hey, you guys can't do that here. You know, it's embarrassing, and two, it's childish, kind of.
Well, see, I think the thing is, like, the reason everyone here acts like that is because when you're into stuff like this, you go through the days, like, not being able to fully express yourself, I
Yeah.
guess. and you kind of have to not really hide it, but like
You have to suppress it a little bit.
you have to suppress it. And when you
But-
get here, you're so fucking excited to be around literally thousands of people that are into the
Just
same
as
shit.
excited
But-
as you.
But at the same time, like I think like one of the things I will say about Mechacon is that I think that some of the higher ups like they get that,
Mhm.
so they make specific events for stuff like that. Like for instance,
Right.
they have like the foam dueling
They
matches and
do,
stuff like that.
and I agree with that.
Like,
That's a
they
good
literally,
example.
like literally, they just about have every event for every type of whatever you like,
They
every quirk you have. Like
do-
for instance, like if you're into like the host club kind of shit, like where people come and like serve you and you kind of hang out, they have that now.
yeah, and they just added that this
They
year.
just added that, and like
They're always adding new stuff.
and I kind
too.
of feel like that's because the Oran, boys host club that became a really popular anime within the last like 1.5 year, or 1.5 years, and then like there's people like me who are just kind of raunchy and dirty and just want to grind on each
You're
other.
just
And then
dirty. You're just a dirty old man.
I'm just a dirty old man, Jody. I just like to grind on little girls. I was like, oh, you're rude. I just want to grind on you because I got gold.
So that's why they have the rave.
And they have the rave, exactly. So
It's-
you just grind. But then the ironic thing is, like, I was like, remember how I was always stoked about the rave like all day long. I
Was it,
literally
did it
went
let
to-
you down?
I went to the no, it's not that it let me down. I went to the rave for about like half a minute. Got a Facebook message. I was out.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. The only rave I went to and stayed at was my first ever Mechacon with Alex. We went to the rave, and then like we didn't stay inside the rave, but the farthest that we got from the rave was right outside of the rave, and we were still dancing.
And like
We also danced in the hallway until 4:00 in the morning.
We also had free hug signs, and we got in trouble
that's
for it.
awesome.
Yes.
Like
High school was great.
Like to touch on like more on the subject is like it almost irritates me because they make like it's almost like the people know, and they make events for people to be able to express themselves and let loose. So they make events specifically for those people, but some kids know this, but they do it anyway to try and get away with it.
Yeah.
And like literally, I was I put on my my Reverend Lovegood outfit and waited for Alex's Doodle Bob in the lobby, and I sat in his desk and watched this kid. Sadly, not to be stereotypical, but it was an Asian kid with two Kindle sticks, and he was just like challenging people, and I'm like, let's see how long it takes them to get in trouble. And I was like, and then finally security came and was like, you can't fucking do that. And he's like, why not? I'm like, what?
Why? Like, why? Yeah, you're in. I mean,
Like,
you're
what do
in-
you think, dude?
I can understand that he's a kid.
But no,
And
it's
I
the
can
thing.
understand,
Like, I
like-
can understand if he was outside or like somewhere else. He was literally like people were like passing them, and like he was like hitting people in the head and stuff like that. And like this is why they make. And I like. It sounds like I'm being like a super stickler for like rules, and I'm not. But I don't like. Fuck it, I don't like being told what to do. It fucking pisses me off. And like when some fucking dude who's not even being paid like walks up and like, or chick, just for instance, for this Mechacon, some chick's like, you can't do that. And that pisses me off. That fucking pisses me off. Like, you're not
I
even
gotta
paid-
remind you guys, no photography.
No, fuck, no,
That I completely.
photography.
But that I could understand.
Yeah, I mean, like for instance, what D said, he's like, some of us have like 9 times out of 10, all the dancers were probably like 7, like in between the ages of 7. Jody, stop looking at me like that. That's really weird.
No, they were like I guarantee they're all 18.
They're all over 18.
They did not look over 18, but I'm pretty sure they're in between the ages of 17 and 19. They all looked like, not the guys, but the girls were in between the ages of 17 and 19. And they all have jobs, and their parents probably have no idea that they're doing this. So they're kind of doing it on the cool.
But we're not gonna talk about it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, so they were like, no flash photography, which is like, it's completely understandable. I don't need to take a picture. I'll take a picture in my mind.
All right, so we know what Gary's least favorite thing was. What did we go over? Alex's least favorite thing? Your what?
Nothing.
You're also drunk.
Very.
That Do not drink into the microphone. It's gonna be muted, and you won't be in the podcast.
I do want to be in the podcast.
All right, so Alex, what was your least favorite thing besides
Alex is so mean to me.
Gary right now?
Oh, I'm really not that drunk. I've sobered up a little bit.
All right, but
So it's the guy who's drinking more right now.
all right, we're past it. 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 Alex, what's your least favorite thing?
Turn away from the microphone. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet.
Really?
Yeah.
So that means nothing that
Alex's
irritated him
least
has
favorite thing for this convention was Gary.
No.
Whoa! But then again,
fired.
honestly, I wouldn't doubt. I wouldn't doubt if everybody's least favorite thing would be me.
No.
No, Gary, we're actually
you're
very
actually-
I
excited
was so
you came here.
I'm actually happy that
just
you were
just
here.
in this day. I was so turned up with Alex. Like it was fucking like, it was probably like honestly, it was like
I'm sorry, you were what?
Turned down for what? Turned down for what?
I was turned up.
I would also like to say that
Anyway, what were you saying?
not only was this Gary's first
Yeah.
Mechacon, it was also Ben Baker's first Mechacon.
Was.
Actually, yeah, Ben,
Our friend Ben.
Don't call him.
It was
I'm
also
not,
his.
I'm not
It
gonna
was.
call him. I just want to see what he.
It was his first ever anime
he texted me
convention.
too.
Ben is unfortunately not so much a closet anime nerd, but like he's very much open about it. But he's just like he's never had an outlet for it besides watching anime with all of us and buying very obscure Japanese RPGs because that is literally his favorite type of video game. And I was happy to say that he had a blast. We got to take him around, show him all the fun things that Mechacon has. And it's kind of fun that like your first Mechacon was the 10th anniversary.
I when I saw that, I was actually really super stoked on that too.
Cuz
And one thing, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this on the podcast, loud and proud. I feel, period, like Ben Baker does not give enough credit. Ben Baker is awesome.
Ben Baker's a great guy. But
I just personally feel like he does not get enough credit. Ben is a really, really, really awesome dude. I love him so much. The one thing I love about Ben so much is his fucking southern accent. Like he is so much. His accent is so much southern than all of us that it's just fantastic. I love him. I want to hug him. I wish I had a plush of Ben Baker and I could just cuddle with all the time.
all right. One thing I want to ask well, Jody, did you ever go to the one that was in Lafayette? Well, then, okay. Me and Alex. Alex, how do you feel having gone to the original set of Mechacons where it was in the Hilton of Lafayette, really small, kind of more, it was more, and I've heard you say this before, it was more like a family. It was more like a more tight-knit group to it being so large that it has to be moved to the Hilton in New Orleans. And honestly is probably 5 to 7 times the size. You think? I don't know.
I didn't understand the question in that.
How do you feel? Like you were there whenever it was a small Mechacon it was a small con in Lafayette, and now you're here whenever it's a small con for the big con for the 10th anniversary in New Orleans. Like how does it feel? Like is it a good feeling? Is it are you kind of upset to what it's become, or are you proud of what Mechacon has become?
I don't know. You're asking me as if if I'm like hosting Mechacon.
Well, no,
No,
I'm not
okay.
asking. I'm not saying that, but like we're not hosting Mechacon, but the thing is, like we're still
Mostly does it piss you off that it's gotten so big?
No.
Like,
I don't think so.
do you really enjoy the fact that it's gotten so big?
Well, the problem is that you can't prevent something from getting this big.
That really wasn't the question.
but I can see what I can understand what the question is weird because honestly, me and Alex, we don't have any personal we don't help put on the con.
I think Dylan's drunk.
Fuck you guys.
Yes.
We don't help put on the con, and that's true. But the thing is, we make it to the con. I think me and Alex have been to the con for 6 years.
I think this is my 5th or 6th year.
So it's we haven't helped put it on, but we've been here. We've been at the con for a while. We come every year, and it's almost like a heartwarming thing that I do feel like I'm kind of part of it. We talked about the best. We talked about the worst.
There's so.
I guess what we could close on is like maybe what we would like to see in the next couple years.
I would like to see more hot girls. There are so many hot girls here. I would like to see just double that, but of age.
Damn it, Gary.
I said what we were all thinking
Okay, Jody.
I want to see better guest lineups.
of hot
Okay.
girls. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't hate you.
Okay.
Alex, what
No,
about you?
no, not of hot girls. Just
Better guess.
better guests.
And the thing,
Not necessarily better guests,
just like
but more, I guess, more widely known.
okay, because we had 2 years ago we had Bosch. Last year we had the like Power Rangers.
But
like
with the lineup that we had today was more directed to a younger audience because like I mean we grew up with like Teen Titans, but now that Teen Titans Go has come out, the younger audience is like more familiar with it.
I have to admit,
might be
I kind of hate Teen Titans Go.
Dude, I fucking love it.
Everybody.
I-
I
you-
fucking love
do
it.
you?
Dude, well,
Yes,
okay.
it's fucking hilarious.
I need to sit
Okay,
down and watch it again.
Dude, no,
then.
okay, all right. I think Jody will agree with me this. Honestly, before we went to the script panel, I hated Teen Titans Go. Watching them actually do a like, it wasn't a mock, but it was like they did a script reading like right there on the spot. It made me appreciate that. It made me appreciate that show so much more. Like I almost feel bad for like, no, dude. I'll be honest. I feel bad for mocking a lot of movies and a lot of cartoons and stuff like that because like honestly and truly, there's a lot of freaking work. Even if it's like a series that bombs like hard, there's so much work that is put
And
into
I could
it.
understand that, but it's still so far it's a series that I haven't been able to get into, and I will give it another shot.
And sometimes it's not.
because of you guys.
It's not their fault.
I really like Teen Titans Go because it's like, because when you watch the original Teen Titans, it's
it's
like
so much
half
drama.
action,
Yeah.
and then like there's barely any comedy in it, and they take
All
sorry,
the comedy,
I
literally
loved
all the
it.
comedy is from Beast Boy and Cyborg.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna end it by in the whole Teen Titans thing.
We have like 4 minutes, so it's all good.
Yeah, I'm gonna end that with I'm a little salty because Young Justice got canceled. But anyway, Alex,
And they talked about that too.
what would you like to see come to the con? Jody said maybe newer, more diverse guest lineup. Gary wants more hot of age women.
With little furry like ankle things.
What about you? Is there anything that you would like to see? I think you would like to see bed right now.
I would. I'm very tired, but I feel like that Mechacon needs to grow to a point where it needs to get more distinguished. First of all, more distinguished guests, but as well as more distinguished vendors. I feel like that a lot of people, they don't put vendors on the important list, and they have good vendors, but they're the same vendors, and I feel like that's what distinguishes small time conventions like Mechacon from big time conventions such as like PAX
Exactly.
Pack.
and Comic-Con, where because they have big vendors.
They have people,
But they're bigger conventions.
But no,
But
what I'm
it's
saying, like
besides the
that's good. Another thing that's gonna help it grow though is
Yeah.
to get better
Like,
vendors.
exactly.
Not even just better, just more diverse people that bring different things. Because okay, and I know you're thinking the same thing. I've seen that sword guy at every Mechacon since the first one.
No, I actually talked to him about it today. He's been there since the third one, which was the first one that I went to.
He told us that
Really?
yesterday.
Yes.
And okay,
Did he ever find your Tonto?
Nope. No, he did not.
okay,
Asshole.
well, I don't know.
Like, I think that would really help. Like, if they can get big time vendors, then they would be able to bring in a bigger crowd as well.
Even that, or just even like a little bit more of unique vendors too.
Exactly, because I mean they do have some unique vendors, but at
Yeah.
the same time, it's like a lot of the vendors, they get lost in the crowd. Because I mean, you saw that they had like 5 different vendors that sold action figures,
Yeah,
and you kind of just get lost in the mix.
And then a lot of that. Well, I mean, it really doesn't matter. But like a lot of the action figures and stuff like that were all like kind of hand me downs. It was obviously like it was like people that were just collecting them like for years, and they were
Yeah.
just like, let's sell these at Mechacon.
Well, one or two of the people were definitely like that.
There was I know the exact booth that you guys
and
are
the sad
talking
thing is, I
about.
was like, I might buy this, but I was like, no, I won't.
I don't know.
No,
I think
Well, I was just saying, I think that would really help.
I agree with you. I also think that the panels, dude, and like they have some strong ones. Like the 18 the 18 over panels are good. They're funny. They're really funny.
There were some strong ones, some Terra strong ones. Fuck.
But just like okay, one thing I like every year, and this is just because I'm a steampunk nut. They have these the guys who run the steampunk community in Louisiana, mainly out of New Orleans, every year put on a how to build your own steampunk props.
Did they did that this year, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went to
Okay,
it.
yeah,
I
I
go
mean,
to it
I
every
just
year.
Me and Dylan went to it.
And the thing is, like they talk about like the best thing to start off with the basics, the things that are easy to move on to get to intermediate, and like the things that they're doing that are advanced. I would like to see that directed towards your own cosplay. Like I would like to see them bring in some impressive professional cosplayers that make all their own stuff to be like for the people that do the cosplay competitions every year, that have the same skills every year, to kind of help them like, well, this is what the professionals do. This is how we do it. This is a good way to do this way. Like it's just, it would be a fun, cool thing to like help not only like it would not only help us become a little more well known because we're gonna get a more diverse like guests that are actually well known in the cosplay community, but also it would help out our cosplay community as a whole because we'd be getting better.
You know, since you bring that up, I actually think they do have
Do they?
panels that talk about. This year, I don't think they had any that talk about
They-
crafting.
They've had it in the past, but I haven't seen in the past 2 to 3 years.
But I know they're usually like very, very small panels.
Exactly.
And like the cosplay guests they get here,
Mhm.
they're not like, they're known, but it's like, it's almost like an underground kind of known thing.
Exactly. Like I understand
they-
we're not gonna get Yaya Han. I
Yeah.
understand that. Yaya Han is like freaking, or like Jessica Negri. We're not gonna get them. But some people, like this year we had who were the people that were
it was like the twins. I don't
yeah,
know who
like
they
they're
were.
they're actually pretty well known. They're
But
actually
I didn't know who they
they're
were.
from I kind of know who they are. But the thing is like they're actually pretty well known, and it would be fantastic if they would have had a panel talking about like this is how we get all of our shit done. This is what we do all of the stuff. Even the stuff that does the chicks that do Queen D's dresses. It'd be awesome to hear from them. Like the makers would be great.
I want a panel to talk about dick cheese.
No. On that
Okay.
note, we need to end.
No.
Now, okay, we're done.
Yes, my laptop's gonna die soon.
All right.
Will it-
Peace out from Mechacon 2014.
Catch a ride.
Hope y'all had a good one.